Hey, my name is Cohmervac, and this is the first episode of the Overwatch Hero Guide series. In this episode, we go over Tracer. She is an offensive role with 150 life and carries 2 rapid-fire pistols that excel at close range. She has 3 abilities: Blink, Recall, and Pulse Bomb. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Blink first. Blink is triggered by either shift or right click and essentially gives Tracer the ability to move in any given direction extremely fast. You have 3 blinks that stock up, and it takes about 3 seconds to regain each blink. By using the WASD keys, you can effectively blink forward, backward, left or right, and even diagonally in all directions. The way you move your mouse also affects the direction you're going while you blink. If you're fast enough, you can actually maneuver around quite well when blinking. Something interesting I noticed is that you can actually blink right through certain props on the map. This does not include very big props, and it certainly doesn't include blinking through walls and stuff like that. However, props that are approximately this size or a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, you can blink right through without any problem. One awesome way to take advantage of blinking is that when you're up high on like a roof or something, you can actually blink directly to another roof, say in between a gap, because when you're blinking you're moving fast enough that gravity appears not to affect you. Tracer's next ability is Recall, and this one's really cool. Essentially what you can do is you can jump 5 seconds back into the past, and your position, rotation, life, and ammunition are all reset to whatever it was at that time. This is very effective in avoiding dangerous situations, as well as gaining your health back after short encounters. A really cool trick you can pull off with this is that if you get sucked into, for example, Zyra's Graviton Beam or whatever, or get grappled by Roadhog's grappling hook, you can actually use Recall to get out of those situations. Use it only when necessary though. It has a long 12-second cooldown, and if you don't have it when you need it, it can be very detrimental to your Tracer play. Tracer's ultimate ability, Pulse Bomb, is effectively like a sticky grenade. You can tag it onto someone or put it on the ground somewhere, and it'll stay on that someone or on the ground for a matter of seconds until it explodes and does massive damage. However, be warned that if you're around it when it explodes, you will get killed. When you have Pulse Bomb fully charged, it's very smart to keep at least 2 blinks around as well as Recall. That way you can blink in, drop the bomb, and then recall out of there before it explodes very quickly. Now let's go over Tracer's pulse pistols. Now these are very fast and they have 40 shots per magazine. However, they don't really do that much damage. They're relying on the high speed in order to get the damage out, and that kind of drops off a lot at range, plus they're not the most accurate. So you really need to be at a certain range when using these things. Here I put a spray on the wall, and I think that's a good approximate size for kind of the width of a character. Now when you back up, you want to try and keep the reticle on that thing so it covers the entire thing and really doesn't go that far outside of it. That way you're going to land as many shots as possible and do as much damage as possible. And when you get much farther away than that, you're going to be missing more shots. The damage isn't going to be as much, and really you're not going to kill anyone like that. Ideally, I like to be right next to them. That way I can use the melee to kind of finish them off if I need to. This playstyle works really well because, again, you can get out of tough situations really fast as Tracer. Finally, like with any of the heroes, if you hold down C, you get access to a whole bunch of commands, and you can taunt pretty much, and you can give out voice commands, and it's pretty cool. In conclusion, it's very important as Tracer to never stop moving and always keep strafing. You can't stay in one place too long. So if you need to unload several clips into someone, go ahead and do that, but you've got to keep moving. You can always come back. You move super fast. Unload a clip, and if they're almost dead, get up close and use your melee to finish them off, and then run away. Or, if you need to unload a clip and they're not dead yet, run away, find maybe a health pack or use your recall, and then come back in just a little bit later and finish them off. Really, you can't stay and give a stand-up fight. That's really not how Tracer works. She does not have the life or damage output to support that kind of play. You've got to be jumping all over the place, and you've got to be going around corners where you can find them to hide if you need to. That way you can find a health pack or whatever. I'd have to stress that it's important to keep at least 1 blink saved up and then use recall sparingly, only when you need to, because when it comes in handy, it really comes in handy, and if you're out of it, you know what, that's your loss. And with Pulse Bomb, again, important to get in and out of there. It's also very important, I think, to actually stick people with the Pulse Bomb instead of dropping it on the ground, because there's a much better chance you're going to kill someone if you stick the Pulse Bomb onto someone. Yes, it does stick on people. Alright, with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this short little guide on Tracer. I hope you found it helpful. My name is Cohmervac, you know how to support me, and with that, I'll be signing off.